Everyone out there wants to get rich. Everyone wants to be wealthy. At least most folks do. They have the dream of becoming financially free, having all the expensive luxury items that they've ever wanted, going on luxury vacations, or pretty much just doing whatever they want, or any combination of those. And for a lot of folks, they don't know where to start, where to focus their time and money in order to get to that level of financial freedom, to get rich, to become wealthy. There's a lot of avenues to go in. You can look at the stock market, you can look at the crypto markets to invest in. But my favorite for making money, for becoming wealthy, and for generating ongoing cash flow is real estate. And that is because I am making about 245% return on my money annually.
You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
And I'm not kidding about that. I'm gonna break down those numbers exactly how it is that I get those with real estate. And those are numbers, those are returns that you normally only see in the crypto market, where you can, return 1,000% in 1 year. But you can't really do that in the stock market. It's as far as I know, it's never happened. Folks that are investing strictly in the stock market, strictly in like their 401k or even an individual type of investment accounts, are usually looking somewhere between 10, 20, or 30% if they're investing in really high growth stocks that are just doing extremely well. I started out in real estate just buying simple regular homes, doing the typical landlording thing, and I have other videos on that which I'll link to down below. But basically, I went from buying $18,000 houses to having a $1 million portfolio of cabins in the short-term rental market, and this is what I highly recommend. Now, the reason that this is so easy for the average person to grow their wealth is because you can use commonly available forms of leverage in the form of a mortgage. And now this is where, I don't think I really have to explain this to most folks, but this is where you can use a small down payment, and then the bank will allow you to borrow the rest of the money so that you can use to invest in this piece of property and get a return off of that. So you're using other people's money to make money, versus in the stock market or the crypto market, where you usually have to put up 100% of the money in order for you to get there. The things that make real estate extremely profitable is that you have more than one stream of income off of any type of real estate. You basically get 4 paychecks with any piece of real estate that you are renting out, either on a long-term rental or a short-term rental, although the short-term rentals have been far more lucrative for us than the long-term rental. Now, if you invest in stocks, you usually get growth, dividends, or both, and the average for that is about 10% a year. If you are invested in crypto, for the most part, you are looking for a growth in the price. Now, you can stake your tokens or coins or whatever and essentially make a dividend off of that, but it's usually something like 2, 4, 5, 6, 8%, something like that. Nothing of the 245% range. From real estate, you get your rent checks. You get note pay down from the amount that the tenants or the guests are paying you. You get appreciation in the building, which is one of the bigger things that we're going to talk about, and you get huge tax benefits to offset all of that income, so you don't have to pay tax on all of that income. So for me, we have 2 cabins in the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge area. I've done several videos on those, and what we are getting total varies between $10,000 and $20,000 per month gross off of those buildings. I average per month taking home out of this venture $2,000 in rent. Now, for our appreciation in these buildings, we are looking at $1 million of value in these 2 cabins. The average rate of appreciation for homes in the United States is 3.8%, but since this is an extremely hot market, we are going to use an appreciation rate of 5%, even though it is probably even higher than that. So my $1 million portfolio goes up this year by about $50,000 of money that we in wealth and value that we have, that we didn't have to do anything for. It just happens because we own the properties. Now, I own this with a partner, and so I would only be able to really claim half of that. And that puts me at about, and this is actually estimating a little low, $2,000 of appreciation. So right there between the rent and the appreciation, that is $4,000 a month. When I said 2,000, that meant per month, and about $25,000 for the entire year. So right there, we're looking at a $4,000 paycheck essentially every single month that we own these things. And now, as we're making these mortgage payments and we're paying back the amount that they loaned us to buy these, and we're paying them some interest, which is 100% tax deductible, which we're going to get to in just a second. We are paying down some of that principal. And now our mortgages together, the note pay down is about $1,400 a month. Again, since I own half of this venture, I get about $700 of value added to my net worth every single month. And that brings my total amount of value and money that I get out of these real estate investments to $4,700. When you multiply that out over the course of the year, it's about $56,000 of money coming out in growth in the price of the buildings and pay down of the amount of debt that we owe on it. And when you divide that by the $23,000 that I have into these two properties, and yes, it is only $23,000 that I have into these properties because I've been investing in real estate for about 8 or 9 years, and I've been able to essentially play the Monopoly game where I have a house, and then I sell that one as it goes up in value. I buy another one. I've bought apartment buildings, and now we are onto this. So when you look at that, like $56,000, and then you divide that by the $23,000 that I have into it, my cash on cash return percentage every year, or I guess this year, is about 245% cash on cash return. And now, in addition to that, being that these are short-term rentals, we have the additional benefit of being able to use them. We can just block out days and go down and use them. They are in a very desirable vacation area, and they are luxury cabins, so it is pretty awesome that we get all of this monetary benefit, plus being able to have an awesome place to go on vacation is just another one of the little fringe benefits of investing in short-term rentals versus your long-term rentals. Now, that fourth paycheck that I had spoken about is the tax benefits. Even though this goes up in value, it appreciates, all these buildings appreciate, we are able to depreciate the value of the building, and that is going to be in the amount of tens of thousands of dollars that we can deduct against the amount that we make total every year. In addition to that, every expense that we have for running this cabin business is tax deductible. The insurance, the interest that we pay on the buildings, any interest that we pay on credit cards, anything that we buy for the buildings, the cleaning fees that we pay for our cleaners, this is all tax deductible and will be taken directly off of the gross income when it's time to figure out what our taxable income is for this business. This type of thing, investing in real estate, this is the way that the rich get rich and how they stay rich, by having these things where they can use other people's money to essentially buy these assets that provide them income, appreciation, note pay down, and a way to shelter that income all in one investment. And in my opinion, this is the easiest way for the average Joe out there like myself, because I did not come from money. This is something that I've had to build up over time, that this is the most effective way for people to legitimately get ahead, legitimately grow their wealth, and legitimately become wealthy and have a lot of cash flow coming in during that entire process. Because investing in stocks is going to take you a long time, and it's doable. And I do invest in stocks. I actually take the rent money that I get from this, and I invest that into VTSAX Total Market Fund, so that I make passive income on top of my semi-passive income. And I'll do a video on that, because that is one of the most powerful ways to grow your wealth outside of this, is to make passive income on passive income. It's just kind of an insane way to to think about when you look at the percentages and the percentages gain and compounding. It's amazing. But guys, if you guys have any questions about investing in real estate, investing in short-term real estate, leave them down below, because I'm super interested to talk to you guys about this, even though like literally I get very few views on this topic, but I think it is extremely important and extremely effective way for people to grow their wealth, to increase their success, to put them on the road to financial freedom for sure. Which is why I want you to subscribe as well. And after you're done, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the future videos that I put out on all things personal finance, including real estate, crypto, stock market investing, passive income, just basically anything that is going to help you not trade all of your time for money. Guys, I appreciate you watching today, and I'll see you in the next.